chiseled in a V shape, maybe to facilitate the sliding of ropes. Jean-Pierre could be right, but has he convinced the Egyptologist?
It just seems so incredible that they built this fabulous room, this grand gallery, just to raise the blocks up to the top. But it could be.
For the time being, the on-site investigation is over. But Jean-Pierre hopes to go further now. Back in Paris, he's contacted by an engineer who tells him about a sponsorship program called Passion for Innovation. The obsessional genius is about to strike again.
Do you really feel like you're walking in Shenzhen?
Oh, yeah, I'm totally in it. But we need to adjust the sensor for the lateral position.
Sure, those are the little adjustments we needed first. Oh, hey, Jean-Pierre. Hello, how are you? Mehdi, this is Jean-Pierre Houdin, the architect I was telling you about, with a new theory on Khufu.
All right, great. Richard told me all about it. Mehdi Tayyoubi, nice to meet you.
What are you doing in there?
Well, it's actually a simulator that lets you walk in virtual reality. It was summer 2005. At the time, I admit I didn't know the construction of Khufu was still a mystery. Then he got me all caught up in it. What I liked about Jean-Pierre was mainly his enthusiasm and the fact he was an outsider who decided to tackle one of humanity's oldest mysteries and wasn't afraid to do it. Don't you think we could simulate all that?
Sure we could.
Yes, well, I did this by myself.
Right, we'll shift into high gear.
For starters, we can make a 3D model, no problem.
No reason we can do it for a plane or a car, not for a pyramid.
Dassault Systems develops scientific 3D software to design and visualize the finest industrial projects of the future. With these innovative tools, an industrial project can be entirely simulated before making it happen in the real world. From design to engineering to the most unusual architectural projects. The software applications are like virtual labs where the coherence and feasibility of what inventors have come up with get tested out.
Hi, guys.
How's it going, Jean-Pierre?
So, after several years of working alone, suddenly, Jean-Pierre finds himself surrounded by an enthusiastic team of engineers. For 2 years, they worked on modeling the pyramid and how it was built using their own 3D scientific tools.
There were several stages. First, we modeled the wall of the external ramp and then part of the pyramid.
The engineers entered all the geometric and physical characteristics into the computer, and they put Jean-Pierre's ideas to the test.
Through simulation, we can show everything works correctly.
20 machines like that, it's absolutely possible. Richard, where do you stand?
Their expertise has even allowed them to explain why the granite beams in the king's chamber cracked, a mystery which, in terms of Egyptology, has caused much speculation up until the present scientific analysis. Step by step, they calculated the combined weight on the beams, the limestone rafters, then the 83 meters of stonework above that. No cracks appeared. Finally, they added one last factor: a 3-centimeter shift of the southern wall of the king's chamber.
With the pyramid completed, look, we lower the southern side, the rafters open up, and look here, on the first 3 ceilings, red, red, red. Red means we're at the granite's breaking point.
The engineers also studied the system of counterweights.
The counterweight goes down, the beam goes up, and the little arrow, what is it?
Oh, that's the force supplied by manpower.
So the force is the number of men.
We didn't find anything impossible about Jean-Pierre's theory. We're not saying that's how it happened because we weren't there to see it, but we can say that it very well could have happened like that. Mechanically speaking, it's realistic. It holds up.
Could Jean-Pierre Houdin have proven his hypothesis? In any case, his theory is the first and only to be confirmed by scientific 3D methods. It is now possible to rebuild Khufu step by step. Nobody has ever gotten this far before. Jean-Pierre also manages to explain the photos Bob took of the notch.
Jean-Pierre, why don't you send us the pictures Bob took there, and Jacques will get the simulation going to see if the reality matches the virtual. Okay?
We will get a better idea of what we are seeing.
You recreated all the stones?
Based on the video image, shot by shot, we recreated all the blocks. Bob got special permission to climb up into the notch. I told him to take measurements and to look into the holes.
He wasn't expecting to find the room?
No, and he found a 9-meter square room.
And you're saying until now no one's ever described this room? There's no data?
No. After that, we even did research, but we didn't find anything. So now, you see, we cut the pyramid in slices, like a ham, and we go down layer by layer. Here, stop. See, there are ramps. That's the top of the carboning.
For them, the internal ramp is behind the walls of this room.
See, Mehdi, behind this stone. Jacques, can you remove that stone? What do we have? The internal ramp.
You mean you didn't have an endoscopic camera to go in?
We didn't expect that. It's the kind of thing you feel bad about.
It's just right there.
But you know, there should be leaks. With a thermal camera, we could see the leaks between the stones. The air coming out would be cooler than the air in the room.
So you're saying all you need is permission to go back into the room with a thermal camera and put it right in front of those two blocks, and then we'd see there's an internal ramp behind them?
If we have the green light to go back, we will prove that the internal ramp is there.
To solve the mystery, all they need now is an authorization. If Jean-Pierre is right, as everything seems to indicate, the discovery will cause a huge stir. How much longer will he have to wait? Nobody knows. But he's already been working on this project for 10 years. He's not afraid of waiting a little longer. When it comes to pyramids, the notion of time is all relative. Meanwhile, he decided to share his theory with the world. The news has circled the entire globe.
Un arquitecto francés cree haber descubierto la respuesta a una viejísima.
And now a French architect claims to have finally unlocked the secret.
It's better than the other theories because this is the only one which works.
La missione del noto architetto francese Jean-Pierre Houdin è stata quella di provare a risolvere l'enigma che si cela nel muro della piramide di Cheops.
Jean-Pierre Houdin's investigation is over, but the story isn't. In the meantime, our architect visits the tomb of his predecessor, Emunu, the man who built Khufu's pyramid 4,500 years ago. He wants to pay homage one last time to the unbelievable genius of the great ancient builders before one day climbing the pyramid himself along the internal ramp.